Hey guys, what's up? Shadolance back with another review. Finally getting around to the Black Dragon weapons this week. Today I have the Black Dragon M416. Now, I'm going to say ahead of time, I'm kind of disappointed with this weapon, but I feel lukewarm about it. I like the weapon because it's fun to use, and it's kind of cool, but the performance is kind of subpar from what I was really expecting from an M416 variant. Usually the M416 variants of, any game, or the M4A1 variants, are known to have very low recoil and just perform extremely outstandingly just because they have a ridiculous amount of damage for the recoil they've got. So, Black Dragon stats. It's exactly the same as the M416, but it's 38 damage, 62 portability, 74 rate of fire, 80 accuracy, and 63 recoil. The ammo capacity is the same at 30 of 90. You can put a suppressor, a scope, and a magazine on the gun, so it's still very versatile, which is really nice. Overall, the gun still performs well. It is an M416. It's not gonna suck. It will still overpower a lot of weapons, but there's some things I don't like about this variant as much as I like about the regular one. Granted, I don't even like the regular one that much, but I mean, at least as far as they perform. The Black Dragon obviously looks a lot cooler. I mean, most people agree with that, but for some reason the gun feels strange. I don't want to say it has a different recoil pattern, but it seems to feel different when shooting. And also the damage drop-off seems to be a lot worse. Now, I can't explain that because I actually did a test with them, and they came out to be exactly the same, even with the damage drop-off test. But for some reason, even in this review, you'll see, the damage drop-off, it seems to take a lot more bullets to kill at long range than it really should, even for an M416 variant. And a lot of you guys know that the regular M416 is still, a 4 to 5 shot kill at, medium to long range. Can be a 6 shot kill in a tanker or a medium vester, but the Black Dragon seems to take an extra shot or two. Not really, just, it feels noticeable, but even when I did the test, it didn't come up that way, so that was very, very strange. Now, another thing not to like with the Black Dragon thing, it is not actually customizable the way that the regular M416 is. The regular M416 is fully customizable for up to a damage of 41, and maybe that's part of the reason I didn't notice it as much, but yeah, it just seemed to be a problem where you can't customize it, and that's a really big attraction to the regular M416, and you don't have that on the Black Dragon. Now, obviously, a lot of people got handed the Black Dragon M416 for perm when they came over from the sudden attack event, but overall, I was really kind of disappointed with the weapon. I don't have a lot more to say about it. It is an M416 variant. Yes, it's still good. Yes, it's going to score relatively highly, but I would still rate the regular M416 above this. As far as how I would suggest to use the weapon, put a reflex or an ITEX sight on it. Reflex, obviously, that I have on it now performs a little bit better because it reduces your recoil even more. But I would suggest an ITEX sight. Tap firing this weapon isn't really even necessary half the time because you can just spray it. If you're anywhere medium to short range, you can spray it and expect every shot to go exactly where you're pointing. If you're at longer range, just tap it. I mean, it's still an assault rifle. It still has recoil despite being an M416. I mean, all the kind of like crappy stuff aside and all the little cynical stuff aside, yes, it is a gun. It has recoil. It may not have a lot, but it does have some. The recoil pattern is really easy to control. I mean, it's an M416 variant weapon, so no one should really have an issue with that. Anyone should be able to use this weapon. If you can't use this weapon, you're probably playing the wrong video game, and I suggest you probably go over to Counter-Strike or something that has, even less recoil half the time, but depending on the weapon you're using. But overall, it's a usable weapon. It's a fine weapon. It looks cool, and it's still fun to use, but fun is relative. I don't like weapons that have no recoil, but it looks cool, and that's probably half the reason I'd want to use it. But overall, not the best gun in the world. You're better off saving your money if you were trying to renew it and get something else. And I will see you guys in the next review. Enjoy the rest of the gameplay, and I will see you guys next time. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, and request more reviews in the description below. See you guys next time. Shadolance out.
Round start. Shot. Round start. Team wins.